I wouldn't mind being friends with him. He was chocolate. I felt like I was about to start crying right there. Hey loves, it's Sha'Reece Nicole back with another video. Go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you don't already, go ahead and turn on your post notifications to get a notification every time I post a video. And by the title, you guys can tell what today's video is about. So we finna get with it. First, it all started last summer in July. It was like the beginning of July, and I have this friend on Instagram. I'm just gonna say his name because he's my friend. He's really cool. Who is Cashy? So I've never met him, but like we were like really cool. Like, you know how you have people on Instagram, you're really cool with them? Well, that's how it was. And me and Cashy were really cool. And he posted this post and was like, let me introduce y'all. It's like something like that. So I liked it, and he posted me on his Instagram, and it was like, y'all meet my cool ass friend. He put my @name, and he was like she's chill, she's chocolate, like she beautiful, thick, type stuff like that. And there's one specific guy. Okay, so I'm gonna name him Quan. So Quan was Quan liked the picture, you know. I thought he was cute, whatever. Started seeing his pictures on Instagram, and then not started seeing his pictures on Instagram. I looked through his pictures on Instagram, and then he followed me like the next day. So after he followed me, he DM'd me and like sent like a really cute text. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna talk to him. Like, he's really cute, whatever. I'm gonna have a conversation with him because like I didn't know who he was. Like, I'm still talk to him. Like, I'm gonna just like meet who he is. So he was really nice. So I'm gonna put that text in here, what he said when he first DM'd me. So okay, so we started texting after that. Like, we got to introduce each other, So the next day he like asked for my number, and I gave him my number, and we were texting. And that night, the next night, he asked if we can FaceTime. I'm like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. And I remember this, like, you know, like whenever somebody's trying to FaceTime you, y'all never like been on the phone before, you get cute up, like you get cute. And he had just got out the shower, whatever, and he knew what he was doing. Like, he knew what he was doing. So he had got out the shower, you know. He had like some shorts on, and he was putting some lotion on his body, and like, y'all, he was chocolate. And y'all shouldn't, like, if y'all know me, y'all know I love me some dark skin, like with a Colgate smell, and he had all of that. So anyways, yeah, so we talked whatever up until like school started, and then like he went back to his like his ex or something, and I started talking to somebody, and I was like a little hurt about that because like me and him talked every day. And then my birthday came, and he, like, I guess him and the girl broke up. Like, I guess they broke up, and he started liking my pictures again. And then I remember on my birthday, he texted me, well, he DM'd me and was like, happy, well, not DM me, I don't know if it was like text, Snapchat, whatever, but he told me happy birthday, and I was like, thanks, you know, he was being really sweet like he used to be. And I was like, oh, like, I like miss him. So like we started texting or whatever, and I'm gonna put that in here, like what we said when we first started texting again. And yeah, but I was like, I'm not gonna fall too easily, like I'm gonna be friends with him, and that is not what happened. Like, I fell for him again, and yeah, so we're talking all the way up until like January. And my cousin had like been out of a relationship for like 3 months since January, I don't know, something like that. And she's like, I need to like be put on, like I want to talk to somebody. I'm like, okay, like let me ask Quan, like if he got no friend, like got any friends. And like we were on FaceTime one day, my cousin's like, put me on like one of your friends, and he was like, okay, like what you want, da da da. So he like told my cousin like this his friend's Instagram, they followed each other, and then my cousin like Snapchatted the friend or whatever, and they started texting. And then comes December, it's like my fall break, my winter break. And we're like, we gotta like meet up, like we have to. So the guy that was texting my cousin, he was like, yeah, we got a baseball game or whatever. And my cousin's telling me, so I text Quan, and I was like, do you want me to come to your game? Because like your friend texted my cousin about it. He's like, yeah, like come. So I'm like, so I went to the game, and like that was our first time meeting, and it was pretty nice. Like, you know, I was really happy because like he was so fine in person. Like, you know, when people be fine on like text, like your pictures, Snapchat, FaceTime, but it's different when you meet them in person. So like I was geeked. I was like, you know, he taller than me. I'm like living my best life. Anyways, during the game, this is, I'm gonna try to remember if I can say flag number 1, flag number 2. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this. So flag number 1, we're at the game and like he's up to hit, and I don't know if like they was talking about, no, he was on base and this person was about to hit, and somebody was like, yeah, like his girlfriend was here earlier, and I'm like, girlfriend, like what do you mean girlfriend was here earlier? So I didn't know if they was like talking about him, but like it was bothering me, so I waited until like I left, like the whole next day, to ask him, like, you got a girlfriend? Like, what is this? Like, I thought we were talking. What are you doing? So he's like, no, like I only want you, da da da. So I'm like, believe in it. So then flag number 2, on Instagram, he would like females pictures and stuff, and like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that really, but like, I don't know, I guess like I started to get really jealous, and like I'm not a jealous person at all, but I started to get jealous of like what was mine, because I was really falling for him, like really falling for him. So then we hung out like, I'd say like 2 weeks later, or like that week. No, it wasn't like 2 weeks later, it was that weekend. Like we hung out during the weekend. I hung out with him that weekend or whatever. So we're hanging out, and yeah, we're hanging out. We were supposed to like go watch a movie, but like we didn't. We went out to eat. So that was fun, you know. It was fun. Only he knows. Well, everybody who was there knows what happened, but it was fun. Okay, anyways, we go back to his neighborhood or whatever, and what did we, oh, we gassed. And okay, so like after we gassed or whatever, I was geeked. Like, I'm not even going to lie, I was. So, you know, we're just chilling, and like we're really just chilling, and you know, like when you be like out of your, like, you really don't, like, you know what's going on, but like you be too geeked to like function. Like, I wouldn't say to function, but okay, anyways, so I was like, I was in that state, and he had like posted himself on my Snapchat or whatever, and like he wanted me, like the last time we hung out, he wanted me to post a picture of him at his baseball game. So like I did, but like I never was on his Snapchat. So like I was like, okay, like that's flag number 3. I never was on his social media, but like we were like, I would say like we were low key, like he would comment on my pictures. Like I wouldn't comment on his, I don't know why, but like, he would comment on my stuff and like stuff like that, but like he was on my social media and I wasn't on his. Like that's a problem. And like I don't always want to be on like everybody's social media, but like, you know, like you want the same stuff. If people see who I'm talking to, why can't people see who you're talking to? So obviously you were talking to other people. Anyways, maybe not, but that's how I felt. So then bruh, I would like get really mad, like I don't know. So he would like, I don't know, okay, it got to a point like we were like always on the phone. Like we were always on the phone talking every night, fall asleep on the phone or whatever. And like we started to get accepted into schools. Like it was our senior year, like we started to get accepted into schools, and the HBCUs I was getting accepted into wasn't like, he wasn't like applying for those or whatever. So like he had told me like apply for this Tennessee State, and I was like, okay, like I'll apply, but like I really don't want to go there because like I've never like looked into the school. And I got accepted into the Tennessee State. So then after I got accepted in that, I'm like, okay, like I got another school on the list. But then like we would talk about schools, and like he would be like, I want you to come with me, and I'm like, I do not want to go to school with no boy. And he'd be like, why? Like, and like, you know, like, every girl knows not to go to school with somebody they're talking to, whoever they're dating. No, you're not supposed to. But then he told me, he's like, apply for Fort Valley. And this is like a sign from God. I applied. They were taking forever and forever. I would like refresh my email every day to see if I got in, and I did not get in. And I was hurt. I was crying. It was like the worst thing ever. So I'm like, he's gonna find another girl. Like, we're not going to talk. It's over with. Like, and I thank God for that. Okay. Anyways, like, I started to like research in the school. Like, I started to fall in love with the school. Like, it was bad. Like, I was falling in love with the dorms, the cheer team, everything. And it was bad. Like, I did not get accepted. I was devastated. So that happened. And, like, we hung out again. Like, then we hung out one more time, like, before we never hung out again. So, like, we were talking, whatever, and, like, he would call me his girlfriend and stuff like that. And, like, I would call him my boyfriend. I guess, I don't know, like, y'all, like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, this was, I've talked to other people, like, I've had, like, other boyfriends, like, but this was, like, my first real one, like, I did everything with him, so, like, I literally did everything with him, and I think that's what made it a problem, because, like, I really started to like fall in love. Like, I started to like not be myself anymore. Like, I mean, I was acting myself, but like my friends would be like, oh my gosh, like, you're so happy, like, I've never seen you this happy before, like that stuff. And yeah, so we would talk about going to prom, and we never talked it about, like, we talked about it that one time, like him buying my ticket, us going together, and that was it. We never like talked about it again. And one day I posted on my Snapchat, because like he didn't bring it up again, so I was like, dang, like, I'm finna go to prom by myself. So I posted on my Insta story and was like, it's tragic, I have no dress yet, no ticket yet, or prom date. And he slid up on it and was like for real. So like, if I still have those messages somewhere, I'll post it. And then we got on a FaceTime. He was like, okay, like, I told you that like I wanted to go with you, like, I told you I was gonna get the tickets, stuff like that. And then I was like, okay, whatever. We didn't talk about it again. So like, it's like like every month my school would make the tickets go up, and I'm like, if I'm getting my ticket by myself, let me know, because I didn't have to spend as much money or whatever. And I texted him. I was like, hey, like, let me know, because like we have to do guest forms too. So I was like, let me know if you're like, if you really want to come with the prom with me, because I have to get this guest form to you, and it has to come back to me before the deadline, and I have to get the tickets before the prices keep going up. Like, it wasn't bad like getting the tickets, but like, I'm saying, like, there's no point, I could have had my ticket. And he was like you should go ahead and buy the ticket. And I'm like, are you for real? Like, you made a whole scene in my DMs talking about this, and you want to change your mind? Okay. So then my prom comes up or whatever. I went to prom, and he's like barely texting me through it. And then like after, I went to my friend's house, and like it was a big party, and I spent the night over there. I could have kept this a secret, but you know, me being the girlfriend I was like, hey, yeah, like, he called me the next morning while I was still there, and I'm like, yeah, like, I'm at his house, like, I spent the night here, whatever. And he was like, don't forget my prom is next week. And I'm like, what's that supposed to mean? What? Okay, your prom is next week, and I didn't do nothing. I stayed in this, like, I partied with everybody, but I stayed in this room with all girls. Come again? Like, so the whole week of his prom, like, his prom week, we barely talked. Like, I mean, so far, like, we barely talked. And then I'll be like, okay, like, what the hell? Like, what the hell is going on? So I'd be mad, like, I'm going off and stuff like that. It's the day of his prom, y'all. It's the day of his prom. He texts me, like, we're talking, and then he FaceTimes me, and he had his hair done, and I was like, you know, like, waterfalls. It's like that. was like, it was waterfalls, no flex. So then, like, he had already, like, showed me some of the stuff that he was wearing to prom. I'm like, dang, like, he's gonna look fine. And I had already knew he was going to prom with somebody else because, like, we talked about it. Like, he tried to throw it in one day, but then, like, I left it alone. But then I had brought it back up. Like, who are you going to prom with? You know, he kept telling me, it's a friend. Like, I'm going to prom with a friend. I'm like, okay. I'm going to prom with my best friend, so why not? Like, you know, he looks good, whatever. I'm like, woo. Oh, you look good. So then the girl, anyways, okay, anyways, so it's his prom day, whatever, so, like, obviously, but, yeah, so they're on the way to prom, and, like, I'm, like, trying not to be the first one to watch the Snapchat stories, but obviously, I'm pretty sure I was, and, yeah, so, like, he was with the girl, and they looked okay. I mean, like, he looked better, but, like, anyways, so then, they're at prom, and he's all over her. She's, like, dancing on him more than a friend, but, like, I did not dance on my best friend at my prom. I didn't. So, like, I was like, okay, like, what is going on? Then, yeah. So then, he's all over her, and, like, I saw this one snap, y'all. My cousin is crazy. My cousin gets to it before I did. She's already texting him, like, what is this? You're not gonna do this to my cousin. Like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, like, I didn't know what was going on. Like, I'm about to start crying. Like, so then he's, like, kissing all up on her. I'm like, oh, whoa. So then, yeah, we stopped talking. Let me tell you. After his prom, him and that girl started dating. Like, I don't know how that worked. Like, they started to date, whatever. I don't even know if they're dating. Like, I don't know. But they're together, and I was really hurt. Like, I was not in the right state at all. Like, I started to go crazy. Like, like, when I tell you, I went to go pick up my friend from work, and I'm, like, crying at work. I'm like, what the hell? So my other friend was like, come pick me up before you go pick Kayla up from work. I go pick her up, and I'm like, what did I do? Like, I want to beat his ass. Like, I didn't even do anything. I'm, like, crying. I was like, I didn't do nothing at my prom. Like, everybody that was with me, I'm like, I didn't even do, like, did I do something? Like, I didn't do anything. So then I'm texting him. I'm going off. He blocked me on Snapchat. So I was like, okay. So then I felt like I was about to start crying right there. Oh gosh, like, my eyes are really watering, y'all. Like, I was really sad. Okay, anyways. Oh gosh. Okay, so him and the girl are dating, whatever, and he's, like, posting pictures of her on Instagram, and, like, I looked at the girl's Instagram, and like, I started to go through her Instagram, like, you know how weird girls do. Okay, so I started going through her Instagram. The time he was commenting on mine, and, like, we were together, boyfriend and girlfriend, he was commenting under hers, and I'm like, I started to cry some more. Like, my friends with me, like, I can't really cry in front of friends. Like, that time I was really crying, but, like, after that I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm not finna trip no more, whatever. Me and him didn't talk, and it's, like, the next day, and I remember I was on my live, and I'm talking to people in my live. I'm like, yeah, like, I'm acting perfectly fine. Like, me and Kayla, I'm like, like, I'm happy. I'm fine. I'm not finna let it bother me. I'm not finna let my emotions come to me. But when, y'all, he texts me. And he texted me and said, we are even. Even about what? Like, I'm gonna put this text in there because the text I sent him was crazy. It's like, swipes. Okay. He said we're even, and I didn't even do nothing. But, you know, I'm cool now. Like, I'm good. I mean, I get a little sass, like, here to there, but, like, I'm fine. I mean, I hope him and his girl are living their best life because I'm living my best life. Like, I mean, like, there's nothing I can do. Like, started dating sis and all this other stuff. I mean, there's nothing I could do. Like, there's nothing I can do. So, I mean, like, now I wouldn't mind being friends with him because, like, if I'm talking to somebody, he's dating somebody, that's good. Like, okay. But, like, I felt like we were really cool before. I felt like we was really cool. So, like, I have no problem being friends. What? Like, I have no problem being friends, so it's whatever. But that is the story time, how I got my heart broken, and actually that was like recent, so got my heart broken, and it's just now healing. That is so sad to say. I'll probably cry after this or something, but okay. Thanks for watching. I'll probably do, like, maybe I should do another story time, like, I don't know. But yeah, that is how I got my heart broken. So I hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, of course, because I'll have more story times to post. Anyways, I love you guys.